First official Pakistani reaction coming on CNN-IBN. Foreign Minister Hina Khar has denied any Pakistani hand in the killing. This is a CNN-IBN exclusive interview.
The government has already given its response, and let me just say that we are a bit appalled at some of the statements which are coming in from India, because the government has absolutely rejected that any such incident took place. Let me assure you that it is not the government of Pakistan's policy to not observe the ceasefire on the l.o.c. and not to go through the mechanisms which are already existing to normalize relations between the two governments. Now, I must say, a bit saddened that this is a government that I represent of the Pakistan People's Party, which has invested 4 years of building, normalcy, an environment of trust, an environment of moving forward to achieve common objectives of regional peace and internal stability within the two countries. And 2 days back, actually 3 days back, Naik again brutally murdered because of Indian firing 400 kilometers inside Pakistani territory. Of course, yesterday your Deputy High Commissioner was called and we put in a protest, and we followed the normal course of action and the normal mechanism that is in place, where the DG Military Operations Pakistan asked for a special call with the DG Military Operations of India, and the mechanisms which are in place set in action. You did not see any hostile statement coming in from the Foreign Minister or from any other responsible person, because we believe these are issues which must be dealt with in a responsible manner, in a manner which allows us to coexist peacefully, which is the goal and objective of the government of Pakistan. So I must say that it is not our policy to do so. That did not happen, and we hope that let me tell you on behalf of the government of Pakistan, because we are so sure of this, we hope that we can go ask a third party to do an investigation on this. You know that UN military observers exist. We can call them in to do an investigation on this. We have already done our investigation. We are promising a full inquiry which has already taken place. We have inquired into this and are saying that an incident did not take place. I can assure you that this is the other end, the extreme end, or the opposite of the government's policy. We want to respect the ceasefire of 2003. We have a long history of respecting it. This is absolutely unacceptable for allegations like this to be made, because as I told you, this is not something which is in any way a policy to pursue vis-a-vis India or with any other country. Now, when I say that we have investigated into the matter to see whether any incident like this took place or not, if we are sure that an incident like this did not take place, then we can do 10 more investigations in which we can take 10 days, if that satisfies anyone. But we are offering even more than that. We are saying let's let UNMOGAP to look into this matter and investigate this matter, and if an incident like this did take place, then we need to deal with it with the existing mechanisms as they exist, with the mechanisms, and if the mechanisms needs to be strengthened, then they must be strengthened. You know that an incident of almost exactly the same nature, which is a bit ironical that it is being claimed today, took place 3 days back, where one of our soldiers was martyred. Naik was martyred within that. I think really we need to, let me say, grow up and think, and allow me to tell you this, that it is not Pakistan's policy to do tit for tat. I think we are a responsible country. India is a responsible country. We must act as responsible, mature nations. Well, since this happened in your territory, I think your army would need to do an investigation on it and find out what actually happened, right? And I think we can both do our own investigations and assist each other in finding out what is really happening, right? But we should not allow these things to completely derail, not derail the process, but just create more hostility and just, almost appear to the world as if we are countries which are back to taking a go at each other.
All right, that was Hina Khar, Pakistan's External Affairs Minister. She spoke exclusively to our senior editor Suhasini Haider, who is now joining us on the phone line from Islamabad. Suhasini, a very clear-cut response from the External Affairs Ministry, unlike what we saw in India from Salman Khurshid, which is more tempered down. Here, the Foreign Minister in Pakistan is saying that she's even ready for a third-party inquiry, but a tripartite resolution is not something that India has always been in favor of.
Absolutely, Simi. In fact, that is really a bit of a red herring, with Pakistan making the point that if you don't believe our word, then why don't you accept the UN's word on an investigation? Of course, the basic point that Hina Rabbani Khar is making over there is that Pakistan will deny any knowledge of that event at Mendra that led to the death of the Indian soldiers. When I asked her pointedly, if you're saying that Pakistan is denying this, who do you think is responsible? You heard her answer there. She said the incident occurred inside Indian territory, and it is for India to investigate that. But Pakistan not willing to accept the Indian conclusion on that. Hina Rabbani Khar later in the interview also said that she thought it was completely brutal to have bodies mutilated in this fashion. And she said it wasn't Pakistani government's policy, nor was it the army's policy. Clearly, the government in Pakistan is reacting now to this incident. You know, when the original reports came in from Mendra, in fact, there was very little response in Pakistan for the past 12 hours. Hina Rabbani Khar's interview to us, in fact, is the first formal Pakistani response, and they're making it clear that they accept absolutely no responsibility for what has happened.